Happy Thursday, everybody. It's opposite Saxes. Isn't that where we are?
This is where we are. It's where we always are on Thursday afternoon.
At 1 o'clock.
Exactly. And we are brought to you by our good friend, Christine Dean, who is the DFW networking diva. We talk about her, and she is in our neighborhood. She sponsors this show, and she is also the producer of this show. But she has no boundaries. Wherever you are, she can help you. You can contact her, do a free consultation, and say, I just like your opinion on maybe setting up a new website, or maybe you just need some help with marketing your website, improving it. She even does podcasts like what we're doing. She can, produce a podcast for you too. She's not a jack of all trades. She's a Jill of all trades, I guess I should say. But Christine Dean, the DFW networking diva, reach out and ask her to help you like she helps us.
There's one reason why I don't like Christine. One reason.
One reason why you don't like her?
Yeah.
Why?
She's got gorgeous hair.
Well,
she's got the hair that I've always wanted.
Yeah, and then our daughter has. Our daughter has long,
at least Jory
flowy, curly hair too.
Yeah, but Christine's got beautiful hair.
She's a beautiful lady.
She is. Beautiful, sweet.
You're a beautiful lady too.
Oh, thanks. But Christine's got the hair.
Oh, okay. We thought we would share our opinions a little bit today about what is junk and what is a collectible.
I wasn't planning on talking about that.
Well, I mean, because
I was going to talk about the different types of things.
Well, there are a lot of things that are collectibles, but for instance, if a kid collects baseball cards, it could add up to be a small fortune. It could be just boxes and boxes of garbage.
You better be careful. Some people will take that.
No, but people that are true collectors, and I'll just use the baseball cards as an example. They take each baseball card and they put it in a plastic sleeve to preserve it and protect it. Other kids collect baseball cards because when I was growing up, you got baseball cards in the bubble gum pack. Right. And you just eat the bubble gum and you throw the cards into a box.
Right.
And a box would go up on a shelf. And your mother would say, what are you going to do with these baseball cards? Oh, no, just leave them, Mom. Don't get rid of them.
What did you ever do with them?
Finally threw them away.
There you go.
Because I didn't put them in the sleeves and protect them and save them so they would be able to. Huh? Well, yeah, sure. You would trade it to a point, like our grandson is with the Pokemon cards.
I don't think he trades them as much, only the valuable ones.
He knows which ones are valuable and all. And then sometimes if he gets duplicates or triplicates or quadruplicates of something, then he tries to trade them with somebody else who probably also has the same number of the same thing. But
I mean, you have the usual.
But there are some people that, for instance, are for all practical purposes, we call him our brother-in-law, John. He has been collecting comic books.
Yep, that's a big
ever
thing.
Since he was a teenager, and he has a very extensive collection that is all cataloged and preserved, and it is worth a lot of money. But it has been something that he has been doing, and he continues to do it.
Right. Correct.
Other people will collect things. I collected rocks for a while, and I had boxes of rocks.
Some people collect driftwood.
Some people collect, but if you're going to be a true collector, you have to display properly. You have to collect properly, save properly. You follow maybe websites and all with other collectors, and you buy, sell, or trade with other collectors.
But I would venture to say that there's a lot more people that collect them for themselves.
Yes.
The question is, when they're gone, what do they do? Do they give it to their kids who probably want nothing to do with it? And then it gets thrown away or taken to resale shops.
When the old man dies, the wife takes the baseball card collection, she sells it
for
to the highest bidder.
Right. That's right.
Finally, I'll get rid of those those
I just,
damn baseball
I
cards.
just down some things, some unusual collections.
What are some, please, like Karnak, please, what are some of the more unusual collections?
Well, now that I look at what I wrote, they're not so
They're not so
unusual.
unusual.
Uh,
Actually, the
right now,
the
and
necklace around your neck is a collectible.
yeah, it is, but
Was that Otuzu?
I think so.
Yeah. Which was a very, very
But I don't
unique
have anything else by that
and
person, so I only have one piece.
Well, but if
from
you
that
have one
collection.
piece, you're a collector. Look, if you got one Andy Warhol painting on your wall in your house, you're a collector of Andy Warhol
Possibly.
or Peter
possibly.
Max or so. You don't have to have
The whole
bunches and
thing?
bunches.
No, but
We
two
do.
or three, you would think you'd
Well,
have.
yeah, we have collections of some. Our
We do. We do.
Tarkai, we've got
We do.
several pieces.
Now, what did surprise me, did you ever think that the jackets that come on the books, on the hardcover books, would be collectibles? I would
No.
never have thought that. That was
Really?
listed as a biggie.
Do they,
Do
they
the jackets, yeah, the paper jackets.
yeah, dude. I mean, I can't remember the last time I got a hardcover book, but do most hardcover books still come
Yeah.
with a jacket?
A lot of them do. A lot of
And
them
you're
do.
right. When we were kids, you had the jackets on the books to protect
Yeah.
the hardcover book. Eventually, the jacket would get torn or ripped or
Right.
whatever, and then you throw it away.
Right. Now,
But people actually save just
that's what
the
it
covers.
said, yeah. Now, this does surprise me. Do men collect oil cans? Oil cans.
Yeah, I guess they do.
License
Pen-
plates, I can see. A lot of people do
well,
that.
they do that, but they could
But oil cans?
Pennzoil and mobile oil and all the different
Really?
varieties of oil cans. Sure, they collect beer cans of
Well, that
every
I
different
know.
brand
That I
that they've ever tried,
Okay,
and sometimes we'll build shelves and all to display
okay.
all the beer
Well,
cans they've
that's
had.
true, that's true. Okay, what about, this is a good one. Car antenna toppers.
Oh, that's interesting.
I didn't think that there were that many of them, that you could have such a collection.
I mean, like some people just used a tennis ball.
Yeah,
Poke a hole in a tennis
Yeah,
ball and put it
right,
on
right,
top.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
but well, it would probably be a valuable collection today because
there aren't that many.
there aren't cars that have antennas on them
Right,
anymore.
right.
Or it's got to be an old
Right.
car.
Whiskey labels.
Whiskey labels, you know. Corks.
Corks.
Some people say
Yes,
corks.
that's not
I
unusual.
remember when we were growing up, that people would have a large brandy sniffer filled
Yes.
with matchboxes.
Yes.
You'd collect matchboxes wherever you would go
And they don't have a lot of
put 'em
those
in a
either,
brandy-
'cause now they have the big lighters.
well, and people don't smoke much anymore.
Well, there's still quite a few people that
Yeah.
smoke, but blueprints.
Well, I can understand architects collecting
Yeah, I can
blueprints.
understand that, but
In fact, now they're making blueprint wallpaper.
yeah, I would
So
think that would
you
be
get
neat.
blueprints of places and all and
Yeah.
put it up on the wall.
Yeah, I think that would be neat.
Yeah.
Swizzle sticks, but that's not unusual. Swizzle sticks, you know, the old.
Yeah, or the old
Yeah, but that's not
or
really.
the little Japanese umbrellas
Yes.
that you
yes,
used to get
yeah.
in the Mai Tai
Yeah.
drinks and stuff.
Exotic spices. I guess if you're a cook, that's very possible you would.
I would think spices in general would make for a great
Yeah.
collection.
Yeah.
Not only would it be a great visual collection, but the aroma would probably be
Yeah, that's
amazing.
well, it could be a little
or
too much.
it fights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birdhouses.
Birdhouses, yes.
Do people collect birdhouses?
People that have property.
I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people that have in the country and all have a variety of birdhouses, large and small, because different birds like different size houses.
Yeah.
But that is a good one. Yeah. I mean, almost any craft that somebody could come up with could in essence be a collectible.
Yeah. Helmets?
Helmets. Are you talking military helmets? You talking bicycle helmets?
Just said
It's-
helmets.
Oh,
I was reading about collections.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
almost, I mean, and there are some people that will start a collection of almost any. There's a fella, and I don't remember what city it's in, but there is a gentleman that collects toilet seats.
Oh, please. Tell me no.
Yes. Yep. Because when you stop and think about the fur covered toilet seat
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
covers
yeah.
and all, there's painted toilet seat covers. Almost every college has a college logo toilet seat cover.
That's true.
Uh,
Well, you gotta have a big room to show
no,
those.
this guy had a like a warehouse
Oh,
the
warehouse.
that
Oh, he
that
was really
he
into it.
devoted just to his collection of toilet seats.
I think that's disgusting. Okay. There was another one on my list. Oh, sunglasses. I know people have lots of sunglasses, but I would never thought of a collection of sunglasses.
I could
Unless, well,
I
like you
could see
say, if
that
they're
today.
designer.
Yeah, yeah.
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 Okay.
Well, look, there's a lot of women that collect designer handbags.
Well,
Boy.
shoes. A lot of women collect shoes.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Back scratchers.
That's a good thought. Because they make back scratchers out of a variety of materials. You can get the original wooden ones and metal.
Yeah.
That
That would be something you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Arrowheads.
Well, if you go southwest,
yeah, I'm sure that there are a lot of people.
and you can go to gift shops that have a variety of Indian artifacts, and a lot of those are various size arrowheads they're usually made of stone.
Kool-Aid memorabilia. Doesn't sound too interesting, but
I mean, how many varieties of Kool-Aid were there? But I also another offshoot to that is, remember the Pez dispensers?
The Pez dispensers, yeah.
And I mean, they had Pez dispensers for every animated character. And when Disney started with their Pez dispensers, every kid had to have a Disney Pez dispenser.
You're right. I had one.
Well, yeah, I had one. I'm trying to think. I think I had a Hopalong Cassidy Pez dispenser. Boy, how does that stuff just pop out of your brain when you remember stuff like that? It is.
Candy wrapper.
You know what?
Oh, what?
Lunch boxes.
Oh yeah, lunch boxes. You're right.
Remember when we were kids and went, I would have Roy Rogers, and you would have Dale Evans.
Did you get a new one every year, like for school?
If you were lucky.
And if you ate it.
And if your parents wouldn't buy it for you, you'd go to your grandparents.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, go to the grandparents. They'll give you anything.
And today, some of those old metal lunch boxes and all are worth a fortune.
They are. You're right.
Worth a small fortune.
Candy wrappers.
Candy wrappers?
I wouldn't know.
I don't know. I never knew anybody that saved their candy wrappers.
Brochures. Any brochure.
Well, travel brochures, especially. Yeah. Some people would do like I said about the corks and things like that.
Yeah.
They would take brochures of every place they've ever gone, and they would staple them up to a wall and cover the whole wall in an office.
Well, do you remember the house we lived in the southern suburbs of Chicago? And going down into the basement, I covered it in magazine covers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah. I remember I did that.
Yep. When we were in college, we covered it with Playboy magazine covers. Our dorm room.
Well, yeah. I'm sure they were interesting magazine covers, to say the least.
We only got the magazine for the articles.
Oh, absolutely. Election buttons, no big deal. Guitar picks. I mean, yeah.
Especially if you could get them from artists.
Right.
And all, and then get them to sign them or so.
Remember Zippo lighters?
Sure.
Now I remember people collecting Zippo lighters.
Zippo lighters, and that's another thing that you took for granted.
Yeah.
A Zippo lighter but there are people that have Zippo lighters from countries all over the world because it was a worldwide item.
Right. Right.
That's amazing.
Here, they would probably collect guns. In Texas.
Well, yeah, there's people that do have gun collections.
Yeah.
Especially in Texas, because you don't even have to have a license to have it.
You're right. You're right. And then there was another one that was down there, and I thought, This is interesting. Suitcases. People collect suitcases?
Are you talking about
Well, maybe
antique
maybe it's
suitcases?
the antique ones that have remember they used to put
So they had the
the
leather
labels or
straps around them.
yeah, leather straps, or where you were going, they would slap the
Yeah, well, you could take your suitcase,
where you were going.
suitcases and guitar cases.
Yeah.
If you were
Now
a
that I think about
musician,
it.
you
Yeah.
would get stickers and from wherever you went.
Right.
Well, look, you could drive down the highway sometimes and see people with the station wagon or a van
Yeah.
that's got stickers from all the places that they visited.
You don't see that as much anymore. I don't know if because we don't have station wagons. You have SUVs.
Yeah,
So
right.
that might
And also, it probably costs too much to peel all that
stuff
off if you ever trade in your vehicle.
And then some people have bobbleheads.
If you're a sports person, you collect bobbleheads.
Some people I know.
Yes, yep. And I will tell you that I am not a traditional bobblehead
You're not?
collector. I
Right.
do have some bobbleheads of some baseball players, but I've got a bobblehead of the groundskeeper at White Sox Park in Chicago. I have a bobblehead of the organist. I forgot her,
Well, yes, you did.
her name.
Yeah.
The organist that played
Is that Jane?
at White Sox Park. But I also have a collection of bobbleheads of beer vendors. You know,
Yeah, you do.
the people that would go around saying beer, ice cold beer, and all. I've got from Miller Lite and a Bud beer. They make bobblehead. In fact, there's a site that you can go on and you can make up your own bobblehead with your own photo. No, honestly.
No, I'm sure.
And in fact, a company, I think it may be the same company that also, if people are getting married, instead of going out and buying the generic bride and groom that goes on top of the wedding cake, you can get a topper for your wedding cake that is a replica of the bride and the groom.
I wish they'd had that when we got married. I would have put that on.
I wish I had thought about that as a business, because
that's true too.
Make a lot
Well, we've always said that. How come we didn't think of any of these things?
That's right. Or somebody else does it and you say, I thought about doing that years ago. And why didn't we ever do it? And now they have some guy on Shark Tank.
Yes.
Or so that goes on and gets a $1 million contract or something to do his bobblehead. Well, this bobblehead's going to check out.
You're going to bobble along.
Come back next week to see all of you. Okay. You're going to come back and see us. Okay.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Bye.
Bye.